How long does it take you to kiss your son goodnight?
Shh, Pete. Mrs. Feldman's telling us why we light 8 candles on the feast of Hanukkah.
We what?
You can sit on the bed, but interrupt, and I stop.
Gives a whole new meaning to ghost stories, doesn't it?
He's embarrassed,
I know,
Tammy.
He's not that sort of person.
Afternoon.
Oh, hi.
Oh, Louise, it's my dad.
Somebody has to be. Are you joining us?
No. She's got to go back. Chemistry test. Tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Cheers, Tammy. And don't worry about... Bye.
Bye. Well, that wasn't very sociable. And what didn't she want you to...
chemistry.
Oh, chemistry.
Well, Dad, I'm not having her coming in while she's around, am I?
Tammy. Tams. You can't let our lodger rule your life. You've got to keep things in proportion.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
What's going on, Hemingway?
Happy birthday, Mrs. Feldman.
It's just Mum keeping things in proportion.
Candles, Auntie. You have to blow the candles.
In a second, David. Oh, such a cake. I only wish I had the stomach for it.
What's going on?
You're just in time. Hi, Tams. Have a good day.
This is the high spot.
Blow the candles, Auntie. You have to blow them.
Be careful. One tiny flame goes astray, and you've got the great fire of Willesden. Good afternoon, Mr. Rokeby.
I see you're enjoying yourself, Mr. Bloom. Hi, Rabbi. What brings you here again?
Unashamed curiosity. I should be with the Synagogue Ladies Guild, but Mrs. Feldman's much more lively.
Mrs. Feldman's 84 today. Or she would have been if she hadn't died in 1972.
Details. Why let a little thing like mortality stand in the way of a good celebration? That's what I always say.
Blow the candles already.
All right, David, but don't expect a hurricane. I haven't drawn breath for 20 years.
You and me both.
They are celebrating a ghost's birthday. This isn't happening.
You want to bet? This could take years of therapy. I said I'd phone Louise.
Yes, you must have a lot to catch up on since you left her at the garden gate.
Fait. Now eat. Cut the cake, Rabbi. I'd watch my poor Sam eat a whole birthday cake at a sitting. Who needed television?
Sally,
I know, but it's her birthday.
what's got into you these days?
Nothing. I'm fine. Never mind me. Did you get a commission? Knew you would, killer.
You've got some news? Tell. What good's a secret if you keep it to yourself?
Pete's picked up another job.
Oh, well done. See, there is a God, Mr. Rokeby.
Yes, but does he visit? I don't think he even knows where I am. The odd angel would be nice. It isn't as if I'm a stranger. Eat, Rabbi, eat.
I'd better be going. Duty calls. Can you believe this?
I try not to.
Has Sally told you about her work?
Her work?
Has everyone got enough to eat?
Take a bigger piece, David. Arms like sticks he's got. Herbert, eat. You want to die unhealthy?
What work, Sally?
Oh, you know, the decorating business. For women who'd rather have a woman around the house, I told you.
I've got half a dozen ladies who are interested. Very interested.
Well, don't build their hopes up.
Pete, I'll get your coat, Rabbi.
Mazel tov, Mrs. Feldman. May you have many more birthdays.
I should only live so long. Oh, my Carol with an E would have loved this cake. And what she couldn't do to a chicken.
Rabbi, is there any sign of her long-lost daughter? Maybe I should put out a radio message. Will Carol Feldman please come to 7 Meadow Road where her mother is seriously dead?
She seems to have severed all her ties when she ran off with that pop singer.
Had to be some unknown, didn't it? Couldn't have been Mick Jagger.
Should have been Neil Diamond. Nice Jewish boy. Cheerio.
Bye.
Well, you've excelled yourself this afternoon. Where are we taking her for a birthday treat?
Phantom of the Opera?
And what about these half a dozen ladies?
No, my life is over, Louise. I mean, it's just over. And if you dare tell Darren, yours will be too. No, I just don't want to talk about it.
Yet has just been telling us about passing on, Mr. Rugby.
Oh, a real-life adventure. I'm so glad I came.
Listen, it's just like falling asleep, only you don't have to take your teeth out. Considering you wait all your life for it, it's really no big deal. Have a piece of birthday cake, Peter.
3 cheers for Auntietta. Hip, hip, hooray!
You shouldn't have. I don't deserve it. You've got 2 more cheers to go, David.
Why on my bed, Tammy?
Because mine's covered in clothes and magazines. Have you brought your dead pal with you?
No, and don't call her dead. She's a ghost.
David, ghost... Oh, what's the use?
Why are you cross, Tammy?
You wouldn't understand.
Yes, I would.
Sophie has asked Darren to her party.
I don't understand.
So unfair. She's pulled half of northwest London.
Oi, David, I wish you wouldn't cry on my birthday. Don't tell her I'm here.
I won't, Auntietta. Sorry.
So come on then, tell me what the work is. You're being very secretive.
I'm being secretive. What about all this girl-on-the-job stuff?
Woman about the house. I'm selling my S-bends, not my G-strings.
Up a ladder. Sally, I'm not having my wife.
I warn you, I can do unspeakable things with a curtain hook.
That's a £5 a week for a start. Sally, we can manage. Things are picking up.
Really, are you sure?
Yeah. It's bedtime. Come on, you've been looking tired, I've noticed. You okay, love?
Fine. Will you tell me what the job is?
Will you put your overalls on first?
That's Thursday nights. It's a big job, isn't it? TV campaign. Radio. Press. Taxi seat.
All I'll say is, my Orient Express leaves at 8:15 tomorrow morning.
Pete, wherefore?
Grimsby.
Grimsby.
It's like a trial run. If I can sell Grimsby as a tourist attraction, the agency will give me more.
Macclesfield. Stoke.
Yeah, I've been to Hull and back. Hey, I thought you were the girl who cheered me up when I was down.
Oh, I am. Pete, even if you don't get a big campaign, we'll still manage on a few little ones, won't we?
I do the worrying in this family. It's in my marriage contract anyway. What else can happen? If that's the Sarches, they can't have Grimsby.
Hello, 8643.
Who is it? Who is it?
Well, if it's for you, we're all in trouble.
Anyone phones this time of night, it's problems. Happy people are asleep.
Will you be quiet? Yes. Jim? It's Jim!
It's Jim! Who's Jim? Do we know Jim?
I'm fine. They're fine. Yes, we're all fine. Where are you phoning from, New York?
Oi, it's almost America.
Paddington! He's in Paddington!
Who goes to Paddington? Who is this Jim?
Shh! Sorry, Jim. Yes, I'm still with him.
When can we see him?
Sally, ask him.
Hang on, tomorrow he wants to take us out for dinner.
Jeez.
No, we should take him out. We're not on the bread line yet.
Tell him he must come to us.
Oh, that's right. You must come here, see the house.
No! We don't want him to see the house. We must take him out.
On what you earn?
A snack's all you're getting.
Sally!
Tell him he can stay the night. We'll make room. The kids can sleep together. It's Jim.
You've got the address. See you tomorrow. Early as you like. Bye.
So, how is Jim? Who is Jim?
He's an old friend, an American.
Sally, she doesn't need to know
He
that.
worked in an ad agency with Pete. Now he's a hugely successful copywriter in New York.
You hear that?
I'm not deaf. Mrs. Feldman, would you go to bed or tomb or anything and stay out of the way tomorrow?
I've got a cousin who's very big in New York. Perhaps he knows her.
Does she stand in the harbour with her arm up in the air? Mrs. Feldman, you know the rules. Will you please leave us alone?
Mom, can I talk to you about Darren?
Tammy, pet, can it wait till tomorrow? I'm a bit tired, sorry.
Tomorrow. I'll be insane by tomorrow, but I'll probably end up an old maid or a virgin or something.
Teenagers. They never understand there's times you just need to be on your own. So, what's this gym like?
Mrs. Feldman, theatre.
Good morning, David. I hope you slept well. Your sister wasn't so fortunate. I heard tears on her pillow. She has problems, David.
Don't we all on theatre?
If only I could make her hear me. Your parents, they have their own troubles. I was a teenage girl once, David.
No, you weren't. Can I have another story?
Do you know about David and Goliath?
Morning, Davy. Oh, sorry, I thought Mum was in here. Where is she?
Auntie Yetta's telling me a story.
Is this the one about the tired orthodontist who wakes up one morning to find little elves have capped all his patients' teeth?
This one I never heard.
Sorry, Hem, did I wake you? Dreaming about the Queen again?
Sally, it's 6 o'clock. You shouldn't be messing around down here. The car needs hoovering. Are you all right?
Yeah, just couldn't sleep.
Again, guilty conscience. I'll make you that smelly coffee you like.
I don't feel like a coffee, thanks. Pete!
That's me, the man who'll make Grimsby into the Saint-Tropez of the North. Or is it the other way around? Sorry. What?
Don't miss your Orient Express.
What?
Grimsby.
Ooh, I love it when you talk dirty. Sal, don't mention the decorating tonight to Jim. Do you mind? And let's not have things that go oi in the night.
Oi. Sally, this is the third morning in a row you've been up and patchkeying.
Don't you ever sleep?
Faith, I've been in limbo with Mrs. Liebling. The poor soul is haunting an empty house. If property doesn't pick up soon, she'll die of boredom.
You'll have to excuse me.
My Carol would be about your build now. Well-rounded. If only I could see her, I'd be in heaven.
That's the idea. Pete's tried everything, short of a private eye. We can't afford that, I'm afraid.
Especially now.
What do you mean? Pete's getting work, so am I. We're going to be okay.
Sally, I'm a mother.
Are you talking to Deadhead again?
No. Yes, sort of. Did we wake you up?
I doubt if I'll ever sleep again. And there is no hazelnut yogurt.
Sorry.
I'll die if I go to school today. I can't see anyone. I'll say I've got a bug. I'll say I've got pneumonia.
She looks a little peaky. Write her a note.
Tell me it can't be that bad.
My Carol's notes. The teachers would cry reading them.
Mum, have you ever gone out with a boy and then a girl who's bigger up top invites him to her party, but not you, so you just know she's going to give him a lager and take him into her new extension? Have you?
Tammy, do we have to discuss it at 6 in the morning?
I'll just write it in blood, stick it in a bottle and bury it in a time capsule, shall I? Maybe by the year 3000 I've made mothers who care.
Oh, Tammy! Oh, God, I don't have the energy.
When I was her age, I was a beauty. The boys were around me like moths. Death hasn't been kind to me, Sally.
You've guessed, haven't you?
I knew my Sally had something big on her mind. Are you certain?
No. Well, yes. A mother knows. I'm always so careful, but with all the upheaval, I don't want to think about it. I can't. I've got to work. Decorating. An expectant woman around the house. I'll have to buy a stronger ladder.
You have to tell him, Sally. He's not much, but he is your husband.
I can't. We talk about everything, but until his work picks up. Oh, Mrs. Feldman, I don't even know whether to have it or not.
Oi, Sally, don't talk like that. Right now, you've got to get ready for this gym person.
I can't even think about tonight. There's breakfast to... and then there's the house.
Sally, I'm yours all day. Did I ever tell you I had the worst labour a woman ever had?
Grimsby, a million turbot, can't be wrong. Grimsby, it's a breath of fresh air.
You look cheerful, Mr. Rugby. You can't have heard about the flu epidemic.
I've just been to Grimsby, Mr. Bloom.
Ah, you didn't find Carol with an E there.
I don't think we're ever going to find her. Still, at least her mum can't surprise me anymore.
Hey! Typhoid Pete! They let you out of quarantine.
Oy vey.
Here, keep the change. Next time, tell me your life story. Pete! My old mate! Now, don't tell me. Mackerel. Yves Saint Laurent. Very nice.
He'll be fine when he's had his injections.
Come on. Great to see you. Hey, did you get my card?
Hi, darling.
Hey, how's my favorite girl? Oh, Sally. Now we're alone together at last.
Jim, you remember our children?
Our children? Sally. You never mentioned. Hi, kids. I'm your father.
I see you got over that shy phase.
Oh, I adore this man.
Mum, can I open this upstairs?
Yeah, go on.
Oh, great kids. They look just like their mom. Thank God. Now then, where's the John? Out in the garden, right?
Nearly. Our other house is a Porsche. David, will you show Uncle Jim where the toilet is?
He goes to the toilet, John.
He's a friend, Pete. Friends don't care. What's that awful smell?
It's your favourite, fresh from Grimsby.
Oh, John, now you're gone. How am I to carry
I've forgotten Jim's songs.
Your friend's deranged.
Oh, no, not tonight, Mrs. Feldman. We just want to be a nice, white, Anglo-Saxon Protestant family for once.
Mrs. Feldman, he didn't mean anything.
It's all right, Sally. After 2,000 years of rejection, you get used to it. Fair.
Are you all right?
Yes, why shouldn't I be?
The night, you look a bit tired. Pretty, though. What's up with Tammy?
Galloping hormones. So, how was Grimsby?
I'm not saying, but somebody had better not make any plans for their anniversary.
I'll put these in water. I've gone right off fish.
How can you go off fish? Unless you're a fish. And then I wrote, women love men with soft centres.
Don't blame yourself. You were under duress.
You still collect those lousy records?
Got a whole room full of the stinkers now. My cat don't meow anymore. Formaldehyde rock. It's winter in my Y-fronts. But spring is on the way. So, how's business?
Pick it up. Not easy. I haven't made anybody buy something they don't want for a week. Straight Scotch.
There, now we can eat.
Sally, your usual?
No. Jim, let me have a look at you.
Perfect specimen, huh? Robo-copywriter.
You've lost weight. Don't they feed you in the Big Apple?
He hasn't lost weight.
Maybe redrawn the boundaries. I work out every morning.
I miss breakfast, I bet. Still, you're a grown man, even if you are shrinking. I'll call the kids down.
Sal, I hope you haven't gotten any trouble.
Trouble? It's just a little snack. Feh. Sally! David!
Ah, Pete, she is incredible.
Isn't she?
This is the best chopped liver I have ever tasted. You call this a light snack?
We were expecting a party of sumo wrestlers. They must have got lost on the North Circular. Been busy, haven't you?
Nothing. The secret's the egg and onion. Have some more, they're small plates.
No, whoa. All right, give me more. I'll skip breakfast for a year.
Tammy?
No, Mum, I can't. Can I give Louise a quick ring? Please, it's an emergency.
Not now. You must eat, Tammy. Look at you, you're like a stick insect.
Mom knows best. You want to call your pal to discuss the boys? We ain't worth it, kid, believe me. So what, you find a new cookbook?
We know a little woman, don't we, Sal? Sal.
Eat, Pete, eat!
So, Davy, your dad's still going to make you play soccer for Manchester when you get older?
Mom, can I Maybe a sensible down to gynecologists.
Not at the same time. Who likes chicken soup?
Mum?
Am I glad I packed my spare stomach?
Do you ever see Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Hemingway?
Oh, I love pickled cucumbers.
Oh, boy. I feel like I just swallowed Tel Aviv. What's with this girl?
Nothing. She just doesn't want you to go back hungry.
I'll be going back cargo. Whatever happened to Nouvelle Cuisine?
Davy, bedtime. Come on, up. Hemingway, take him to bed. Up, up. Third apple strudel did for him. I hope she's not clearing up.
I'll go drag her in.
Nope, sit down, relax. You'll give yourself a cholesterol rush.
Oh. Baby, you fill me up.
Sally, what are you doing?
Getting the coffee and cakes ready. Who has a meal without coffee and cakes? Tell me.
Everyone, are you trying to kill us?
We've got to eat.
We've got to talk.
Can't talk, too busy. Oh, there's so much to ask Jim now the kids are out of the way.
Can you believe this?
I know, they're clever, aren't they?
Darren is round at Sophie's, studying. I better know what he's studying. She is such a slag.
Tammy, it takes two, you know.
Yeah, I know, and she's got to. You don't understand.
Have a piece of cake. Can you bring the chocolates?
Yes, Mummy.
Oi, Tammy. They're all too busy for you, aren't they? If only I could just make you hear me.
What do you want?
I left my new baseball. Have you seen it, Auntie Etta?
Oh, God, Death watch Beatles back.
David, I want you to talk to her for me. You understand? Tell her I was once a 14-year-old girl.
I was once a 14-year-old girl.
What?
I'm Auntie Etta.
You're weird.
And oi, I was pretty like you.
And I was pretty like you.
But boys that age, they don't have the maturity, believe me.
But boys that age, they don't have the maturity, believe me.
Yeah, believe you. Did you ever have a time when nothing you ever did came... What's wrong?
I need a toilet.
Tammy, we were so near. Maybe next time. Please, God.
Great, Sal. Just great. Death by chocolate.
You didn't answer my question. Is there a girlfriend in New York?
Sally, he's only got one mouth.
Her name's Arlene. She's an art director in the agency. She's just waiting for her divorce to come through.
Divorce? Is she a nice girl? Any children? What does her father do?
Yes, no corporate lawyer. You want to shine a lamp in my eyes?
Sorry.
How's the agency, Jim?
Have you been to her parents' home?
Both of them. The apartment in Manhattan and the house in East Hampton.
A wedding in East Hampton? Pete, it'll be just like the Great Gatsby.
Hang on a second, Sal.
More like the great chutzpah. She's Jewish, Sal. Like the meal.
Oh, Jim, muzzle tov.
Tell me, Sally, you're not...
Pete, did you hear? Jim's going to marry a Jewish girl. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah. Why? Jim isn't Jewish.
So?
So why is it so wonderful that he's marrying a Jewish girl? What, in the name of Jeremiah, is so special about Jewish girls?
Oh, kids, come on, play nice.
And what's wrong with Jewish girls?
Nothing's wrong with Jewish girls. Some of my best friends are Jewish girls. It just so happens that another of my best friends is a nice non-Jewish boy. What makes you so ecstatic about a mixed marriage?
Because I love Jim. I want what's best for him.
Thank you very much, Sally, but...
Why, all of a sudden, is a Jewish girl from New York what's best for him?
I don't believe it. He's a bigot. I've married a Mancunian bigot.
No, I'm sure you haven't. I'm a little confused here.
Jim, you'd have to be Jewish to understand.
Yeah, I'll buy that.
I won't. Excuse me a second. Shout amongst yourselves.
Salt beef gets me that way, too.
Have you seen Mrs. Feldman?
Really?
You want a word?
Oh, Tammy, bedtime.
Okay. Dad, how long does it take for boys to mature?
What? Mrs. Feldman, wherever you are, I want my wife back.
She's in the living room.
No, Sally Rabinovitz is in the living room. You've turned her into a Jewish mother.
That's so terrible.
Well, the food's nice, it's just not what I married. In St. Luke's Church.
Peter, I'm not a witch. I'm just an ordinary dead person. I was trying to help. Sally's been under a lot of strain.
She's been under a lot of strain. I've been in Grimsby all day. I didn't turn into a fish.
What is it, Peter?
Nothing. Since when doesn't she like fish? What's with the... Mrs. Feldman, do you know something I don't?
Lots of things.
No, she couldn't be. I'm getting carried away, eh, Mrs. Feldman?
I don't know what you're talking about.
She's been acting so funny.
But whatever it is, it takes two.
Well, why didn't she tell me? I know why she didn't tell me. How could she? With the Bills and the Grimsby. Look at us, what am I going to do?
Peter.
Yeah, Mrs. Feldman?
Maybe you should get a proper job.
And that was us scuba diving. Didn't catch a single scuba. Hang on, got some more here somewhere.
Where have you been? Arlene's lovely.
You two gonna kiss and throw up?
I had to call up that old contact from way back.
Oh, did you have much to say?
Help me put one and one together and make three.
Yeah. Creative accounting. They must be in my jacket pocket. You're gonna love these.
So,
looks like I've got a big job on after all.
Hey, that's great. I knew you could do it, kid. Is it mega?
Well, change our lives, won't it, Sal?
Oh, way to go. You'll be back in the old house any minute. Oh, no, can't show you that one. Hey, say, you need any professional assistance? Just kidding. Your baby.
What?
I know that look of blind panic. They want it by yesterday, right?
Factory's already in production.
Oh. Well, listen, I gotta be going anyway. I saw a cab rank down the street. I need to walk off the last 6 courses or die.
oh, Jim, don't rush off.
Hey, the guy's working, Sally, to fill your freezer. Oh, hey, see that? That's the East Hampton house I plan to inherit. That little dot there, that's Arlene's mom, Carol.
With or without an E.
E, you're terrific. E, you're great. E, I wish you could be my date. E, it's plain to see. I can't wait to be with Carol with an E.
That's good.
That's terrible. Did you just make that up?
Well, no, that's one of my all-time stinkeroonies. I found that in a junk shop when I was here last. I sing that to Arlene's mom. I don't know why. She's always been very nice to me.
Jim! Do you remember who did it?
Pete?
The group? I never forget ineptitude. They were called Jack Daw and the Sparrows.
That's it! That's the hooligan who ran off with my Carol.
What?
What is it? Something I said?
It's your turn to speak.
I'm lost for words. Not ideal for a writer.
Sorry, Pete.
So am I. It takes two. Who told me that?
There's lots of things we can do. Maybe not decorating, but
I think I'm in shock.
perhaps a piece of cake would help.
Well, I'll tell you one thing we can do for a start, and that's find Carol with a flaming E. I'm not having 2 Jewish mothers round here.
Oi, such goings on. I'm glad I'm dead already. All this excitement would kill me.
Well, stay with us on BBC One for Carl Lane's new comedy series, Screaming, in just a moment.